Hello and welcome to our webinar, Discover the Vital Difference for IBM. So we're going to discuss a VTL solution and replacing tape for iSeries backup, AS400, System I, AIX, as well as Linux. So we're going to go ahead and begin. My name is Axe Signer, Vice President of Solutions here at Electronic Storage Corporation. So we're going to begin by going over some of the benefits of the VTL solution, our LaserVault ViTL product. So LaserVault VTL is a virtual tape library solution for IBM I power systems, AIX, Linux, Unix. Simplify your operations by reducing, eliminating the use of tape for backups. Save backups to disk that's running on a server. Save backups to NAS or SAN. Or even a deduplication appliance, and that gives you really the flexibility of using whatever disk that you'd like to make available to store your backups. So the solution is not a proprietary solution where you're able to use whatever backup solution, whatever disk storage that you'd like to use, or deduplication appliance. Also, backing up to cloud. So if you're looking at a way to store copies of your backups, you can use a cloud storage provider to copy those backups to cloud, to set up retentions of those backups that you'd like to store in the cloud for better data and an extra layer of data protection for your backups. Easy integration with VRMS, Robot Save, or other backup software commands. So to the iSeries, this looks exactly like a TS3100, 3200 tape library to the iSeries, so it's going to work exactly the same as a physical tape library. Gain high-speed backup. So this is really one of the key things that our customers are benefiting from, is the high-speed backup compared to tape. So in many cases, our customers are experiencing backup speeds twice as fast as tape. Rapid recovery of your data. Well, this is really important as well. When you're needing to recover, you're needing to restore objects, libraries, IFS to the iSeries. Having all your backups online as opposed to having to retrieve that data from tape is going to make recovery much faster and much easier. No limit on the size of virtual tapes other than available disks. So if your backups currently are using 2 tapes, more than 1 tape for your backups, now you can store your entire backup, your full backup, directly to disk using just 1 virtual tape, because there's no size limit, no LTO size limit on the virtual tapes. So the VTL appliance is really simple. It's basically software that we developed with here in our Tulsa, Oklahoma office. We have our own programming staff, and so we developed VTL tape emulation product, and it's a software solution. So it works in a Windows Server environment or Windows VM environment, and the connectivity from that server that's running the VTL software can be SAS or fiber channel connection to the iSeries, exactly the same way that you would connect an external tape drive or tape library. So the solution really is plug and play. The software can be installed in a server that you would provide, or a VM, along with a fiber channel or SAS, HBA in that server to make that connection to the iSeries, either directly connected or connected via switch. Also showing in the diagram is the tape out capability. There's 2 ways to create tape. So if you are looking at a way to make a copy of your backups to tape, maybe you want to make certain copies to tape that you want to store for long term. Cloud could also be used for that environment as well, and we can talk about that. But you can dupe tape. So VRMS has a duplicate media command that'll let you copy the backups from disk to tape. The other thing too, many of our customers is use the ability to copy from tape to disk. So if they've got tapes that are stored in Vault, offsite storage, you can make copies of those tapes onto disk using Dupe Media BRM, or you can connect a tape drive or tape library to the VTL appliance, the VTL server, and make copies of tapes directly from the server. And those tapes can be used in an iSeries to do restores. There's also replication. You can replicate the backups from one server to the other, replication to the cloud. The software has compression as well as AES 256 encryption, so the backups can be written encrypted and also written compressed, which the compression is around average of 5-to-1 compression. This is a diagram showing multiple fiber channel connections to the VTL server. And also being able to back up or auto replicate your backups to cloud storage. So you can use Amazon, you can use Google, you can use Microsoft Azure, whatever cloud provider that you wanted to incorporate in terms of replicating your backups. Those backups could be replicated. They could be at rest encrypted on the VTL server disk. They could be on a SAN or NAS. And they can be replicated to the cloud storage or replicated to another location for disaster recovery. So lots of different options here for you in terms of storage, replication, disaster recovery that you will find in this solution, because you'll be able to basically set up the system that you want, use the disk that you want. This system also showing on this diagram multiple fiber channel connections to the server, which can give each of your LPARs on your system their own virtual tape library with a virtual tape drive assigned to that tape library, and that can allow you to run multiple LPAR backups at the same time. Fiber channel gives you 8 or 16 gig connectivity, so you've got a high-speed connectivity to the server. You're writing to disk instead of tape, which is going to provide for much faster backup time, shorter backup window. You're going to be able to do full system saves. You're going to be able to IPL from this device. So if you need to, do a re-IPL of the system and you need to load the OS and the licensed internal code as well as the other data, you'll be able to do that from this solution. So let's go ahead and take a look at first the iSeries side of this. So right now I'm taking a look at work with media libraries. I'm using BRMS to do this, so we've got a copy of BRMS on our iSeries here. I'm going to use that as the example. TAP MLB V1 is my tape library. I can use a 5 to display that, and you'll see that we're emulating a 3573 tape library. So the iSeries, it doesn't see it as any other thing other than a tape library, which means the auto load features of automatically loading and unloading tapes is being used in this solution just like a tape library would. So all your BRMS and robot save backups, when the backup software needs to load a tape, this will do that automatically just like a tape library would. So the auto loading of the tape for the backups and the auto loading of the tape for the restores works exactly the same way. So this is nice, so you're not having to change your backup environment in terms of your control groups, your media policies. Those can all apply within your backup software for these virtual tapes that are actually on disk instead of tape. I'll do an 8 here to work with the media. So here you see the list of media that is available in the virtual tape library. This media is assigned to a particular media class, and so it's really simple that I'm going to show you in the web interface how you can easily add tapes to this solution, and then put those tapes into BRMS, initialize those tapes, and have those ready to go for all your backups and control groups. The web interface is here. You log in with a username and password. I'm going to go to Libraries, click Edit. This is where you can define some parameters for the library itself. The first thing you can define is the name of the library, which shows over here on the left on these drop-down menus. And then you've got a library path. So this is saving backups to the E drive on the server that's running this ViTL software. Instead, this could be a network share or iSCSI path, so that the backups are written directly to that storage. Your export path The export path allows you to take tapes out of inventory and store them at another location. In this case, I've got a location to cloud storage. So if I want to take a tape that I don't want to be used, I want to take it out of inventory and store it somewhere else. Maybe it's a permanent storage tape, special backup, an annual backup tape. You want to store it for 7 years. You can take the export feature and take that tape out of inventory and store that in the export path. The tape drive emulation is Ultrium 5. Now just remember this, that we're not emulating the size of an Ultrium 5 cartridge. That's just the emulation that we're running. So you can actually copy from this to Ultrium 7, Ultrium 8. You can copy from Ultrium 7, Ultrium 8 over to this. So dupe media, tape out, tape in, all of those functions will work no matter what LTO that you're using. It will be able to copy those out, copy these virtual tapes out to physical tape. This is configured with 48 slots. You can actually configure this with 4,000 slots. So anytime that you need to, you can upgrade this VTL to have more slots. So you didn't have to, change out the physical tape library if you needed more slots for more tapes. You're having to take tapes out now because you only have so many slots. This is nice because you can increase the number of slots to the number of tapes that you want to have available on disk that you can save to and recover from. So anytime you want, you can increase the number of slots up to 4,000 in this particular tape library that I've defined. Also has some settings for the number of files that can be written. We've got it set to 8 files. So this helps with performance to where it's doing a multi-thread backup, so it's writing to multiple files at once. Also, if you're saving to a deduplication appliance that has multiple nodes, we can set it up to use all the nodes or some of the nodes in the dedupe appliance to process and write those files. There's settings for your compression, encryption, your encryption key. And so that's where you first set up everything to where you want to write your backups, your export path, how many slots that you want in the library. So let's take a look at library 1. Here are the tapes that are available that have been added. It's really easy to add new tapes. Here's the drive. So this is the drive. To create new tapes, you click this create button, put a volume serial prefix number or a value for your volume serial prefix for all your volumes. So you type that in there, 1, 2, or 3 characters or numbers. This tells you the next starting slot and tells you how many slots are available. So this gives you a really easy way to go in and create your tapes, and that creates the inventory of your tapes automatically, updates the inventory on the tape library on the iSeries, and then you can simply just add those into BRMS with add media BRM command to get those into the BRMS for running your saves. So that's where you can create all your tapes. You also have features like move a tape, so if you needed to manually move a tape to the drive, so if you needed an IPL from that tape, you can move that into the drive and use that drive to do an IPL. Each tape shows physical size, logical size. If the backup was compressed, there's a ratio to show you the compression. There's also a link to click on and see the labels, which of course is also in BRMS. Again, when you select something to restore from BRMS, Robot Save, it's going to automatically load that volume serial into the drive and perform the restore just like a regular tape library. You also have Protect so that the tape cannot be initialized or deleted. There's the export function to export the tape to your export path. And so what's great about this system is that you get all the benefits of using your backup software to use a tape library, but you're able to use disk. It's going to be much faster, much easier. Everything's online. You're also going to be able to do replication, so if you want to make copies of your backups to another disk location or cloud storage, the software has automatic replication. It also has retention, and you can set the retentions and the replication of of all your different volumes. So if you have certain volumes that you want to replicate, you can set that up with whatever volume prefix. These are all as test volumes. So if you have a volume prefix set of volumes that you want to replicate, you can define how you want to replicate those, how if you want them compressed, how long you want to store those backups locally, how long you want to store those backups, those volumes at the remote location, whether it's a cloud storage or other disk that you're replicating to. So that's all built into the software so that it can automatically replicate those backup volumes for you to that location, whether it's cloud or local, or even both, where you could make a copy to another storage location and a copy to cloud if you wanted to. You can make certain volumes go to cloud, certain volumes go to replication to another server or another disk, SAN or NAS that could be at a different location for disaster recovery. So lots of different features and capabilities. If you'd like to take a look at a custom demo, because we'd like to go over with you your backup requirements, you know, how much data that you're backing up, how many partitions that you need to back up from the iSeries, whether or not you're using tape, and just go over with you, you know, how we can license, because we can license just the software to you. You can provide your own server, your own VM, SAS fiber channel card. Those HBAs are available to purchase either from us or online. But we do offer a $50 gift card if you do see a demo, because we can give you, give you the information that you need, and pricing information and configuration to fit how you want to run your backups to disk instead of tape. All right, so questions. There is a way, if you wanted to ask, I'll stick around here for a few minutes and see if there's any questions. There's a way to ask questions in the GoToWebinar panel on the right side of your screen. There is a download technical specification document in the handouts section of the GoToWebinar panel on the right side of your screen. If you'd like to download that and see that document, which has additional technical specifications of our ViTL solution. You can email us at info@laservault.com. You can reach us at that 800 number, extension 1001, if you've got questions. And then if you want to go ahead and set up that demo with us, we can schedule that with you. And then, of course, the gift card's available. Now we're giving away a Bluetooth SoundLink speaker after this webinar, so there'll be a drawing for that. So look for that, an email if you're the winner of that Bose speaker, that Bluetooth speaker, in your email, and that's a giveaway to the lucky winner of the drawing after this webinar. The installation, there's a question about installation. We offer remote installation, which is what most of our customers select because it's really that easy to set up. We can install the software on the hardware that you provide. That's what we do with most customers, is we do the installation, the training. We do also help customers with BRMS in setup. We've set up customers with BRMS from scratch if that's needed or required. But we can help you set everything up on the iSeries side, on the server side, and it's really simple to do. We do offer on-site installation, but I can tell you that probably majority, if not almost all of our customers can be set up easily remotely, because it's a very simple solution, very easy to set up, because you're just setting up another tape library on your system is all you're doing. That's what makes it so easy. Yes, actually you can use this without BRMS, absolutely. We have another product called UBD, Universal Backup Device. Universal Backup Device emulates a single tape drive. So if you wanted to take a look at that, you could look at the UBD solution, but you can absolutely use this without BRMS, this tape library, or you can take a look at the UBD solution, which emulates a single tape device. And you would use, with that, you would use just the normal save commands that are available to save to tape. You could use Go Backup. If you're currently using Go Backup, you could do that with the UBD tape emulation solution. But this is this product's our VTL, which in most cases your BRMS using currently a physical tape library or other VTL solution that you're interested in taking a look at something different. Yeah, you can use VTL with physical tape. What you would do there is you would save to the VTL and then make a copy to tape. You can use BRMS has dupe media BRM. You can use, if you're using, you can use the iSeries has a dupe tape command to make that available. Let's see if I got any other questions here. Yeah, V5R4, yes, you can use this with V5R4, absolutely. With that older machine, yes, you can do that. Okay, I'm going through a question here. Yeah, deduplication, if you're going to run deduplication, you can save to a deduplication appliance. Windows Server, which is where our software resides, that has deduplication. So we do have customers that are running deduplication using Windows, and we have replication for that. So you can replicate the deduped volume from one Windows server to another. So both servers have storage. But you can write to a deduplication appliance directly through LaserVault. LaserVault becomes the gateway server to the deduplication appliance and the deduplication storage. We work with Rubrik, Exagrid, Cohesity, even data domain, some data domain customers, HP, whatever appliance that you want to take a look at or you want to use, we would set up the share path in LaserVault to write the backups directly to that deduplication appliance. You know, save times on LaserVault, yeah, we've seen save time to disk half of what it would be saving to tape. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions here. Yeah, if you're not using BRMS, you want to take a look at UBD. We could definitely demo that for you, and you could take a look at that. That's a really nice product for emulating a single tape device. Yeah, in terms of support deduplication on the iSeries, I'm not sure of any deduplication for the iSeries data that runs on the iSeries, but you can certainly use Windows deduplication. You can use a deduplication appliance. Okay. All right. Well, doesn't look like there's any other questions. We want to thank everyone for your time, and please let us know if there's anything we can help you with in terms of a demo, going over your backup requirements, and I hope everyone has a good afternoon. Thanks very much for your time.